Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing a lower tier gameplay, probably lower than gold. I'm not really entirely too sure. The team that you guys see here is a full Chelsea team. Now, these teams are not ideal to use in FIFA if you want to do really well. Now, with this team, he obviously made this team because he's probably a Chelsea supporter or he just likes Chelsea in general, and he wanted to make this team to have fun in the game. That's a good way to play FIFA. That's the fun way to play FIFA, is just to use whatever players you want and to have fun with it. He's using a 4-3-3. If he could afford Conte, I'm sure he'd put Conte in this team and play them like they do in real life, because this is very similar to how they play in real life, right? So with this gameplay, we're going to be reviewing it, and there's going to be a lot of different things that you guys are going to see that's going to be a big difference, right? So I'm going to be telling you what people should be doing and what people shouldn't be doing, right? So he's using a 4-3-3. He actually showed the formation that he's using, and he's also going to show his tactics here, which are these ones right here. So he has players in the box set to a lot. He has corners set to very high, he has free kicks set high, he has the width of the team set very low, but he has fast build-up. So it's a narrow 4-3-3, but a lot of players will commit forward, which means that he'll be prone to counterattacks, but it could be worth it based off of like, you know, when people keep players forward and you have good players to win the ball in the air, then it's ideal. So the problem with using players in the box for this team is the only physical presence you really have is Morata up there, right? If you cross the ball in and Morata is not there, you can get it to Kovacic, Barkley, Jorginho, Hazard, and Willian, but they're obviously not going to be as effective. Having the tactic of players getting into the box is more ideal if you have a physical presence up there, right? Morata being the only physical presence is not the ideal thing. But what your gameplay suggests is that you're going to be going for crosses a lot. Your left back being Alonso and your right back being Espilicueta, I'm not sure what instructions you use. You probably showed in this video as well, because that's very important. So you overcommit is how you play. Okay, so stay forward, cut inside, get in behind. So cut inside, get in behind is good for the finesse shot angles. Stay central, false nine, conservative interception, stay forward. If you're going to use false nine for the striker, in a formation where you have a cam and a striker, it might be more ideal to play the 4-3-3 false 9 than it is to play this one, but I understand why you'd put false 9 on this as well, because his hold-up play would be good to pass it off to the sides to go inside for the header. So you have false 9, stay central, stay forward on Morata, stay forward, cut inside, get him behind on the right wing, cover center, but you don't tell your player to stay back while attacking, or you do, so you tell your Kovacic to stay back while attacking. He won't do that. Because his work rates, I think, are medium, so he'll push up due to the tactics that you have. Barkley, get into the box for the cross, so you do play aggressive crosses, stay on the edge of the box for the cross. Rudiger, stay back while attacking. Aggressive interceptions. Aggressive interceptions might not be ideal to use because that means your players will be out of position quite often, and that's not necessarily ideal, but it could work out depending on because this guy plays very aggressive FIFA, so we'll see if it's worth it in the end and to see how his players move around the pitch, right? So this is how his team is set up. He's going to go ahead and get into a division rival game here. This is the team that the other person has working. I wish I came up against teams like this. These are the fun teams to make. So this is why the lower tier divisions, that over the last video that I made, right? If you are in division 5, 6, 7, those divisions, I can see why people would have fun playing this game, because those division rewards are very good. And the teams you come up against are more unique, right? I've never seen someone use a team like this ever from playing this game, right? Because when you play your placement matches in the beginning, I got ranked in like Division 4, Division 3 already. So it was, after that, it was non-existent to see cards like this. So very unique team because it's different and it looks like a fun squad. Fred, Idrissa Gueye, Rashford, Keita as a cam, you know, Jones as a center back, or Stones, not Jones, Stones as a center back. So looks really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and put some game volume here for you guys, so it's not completely mute. Let's see how this guy plays. So he aggressively pushes up with the strikers. The center mids are staying where they're supposed to stay. So his gap in this team, right, with the 4-3-3, and it has to be worth it in the attacking sense. His gap is going to be this little CDM area right here, and this is why I suggest for him to use the false 9, because it's better to have these two center mids on the side, but then have a solid CDM to block this general area right here, because it's going to be too much space for this guy to work with, right? So he's pushing back with a CDM, blocking that general area. You don't need to block upwards because he's facing downwards, so there's no point in facing upwards. Use your fullback in this situation. Make sure you keep your center mid in the middle right here. You're overcommitting your center mid, so now your left back is with your center mid, and you created all this empty space right here. A little punch there from Kepa. Got the pass off. Block the middle. Keep blocking this side right here so he doesn't go for the finesse shot.
That's good support. He's had a go here.
This guy's doing a turnaround shot, which he should not be doing. Pass it again. Over there on this side right here.
Marcos Alonso. Sloppy work, really.
If you're going to use aggressive attacking, fast build-up, I can see why you want to pass it to your players really quickly, but you got to be very careful with that. Y pass to the bottom. You have two players down there. Y pass to the bottom. So you commit way too much to the forward position. You don't want to, if you have fast build-up, it's all about exploiting the sides so that you can go in for those crosses. If you're going to play the crossing game, you can't use build-up in the middle anymore, right? So you have to build up from the sides. You have all this space to work with your center mid, right? So you have to use the side at the bottom. Once you made this pass, this is fine, but your fullbacks do commit forward, right? So it's good to do a wide pass in that situation, right? So you overcommit, his center back gets the ball. His center back is now pushed up, so take into account that that's pushed up. So when you get the ball back, maybe you can exploit the middle, right? Switch to your fullback here. You're not going to get the ball here with your fullback, so you want to switch to this guy right away because there's two different players making the run. When your right back is tracking a run, you can see that, and this is FIFA's, EA's fault, right? You can see the way your players track the other players, right? So your right back should be in this position right here, and this guy should be in this position right here, and this guy should be in this position right here. But in this situation, right, you can see that both players chase after this one guy, this guy chases after this guy, and he has a free wide pass. So once he gets into that position, you have to use your fullback to block this general area right here. Because that's the area he's going to go for now. And he could have scored that. What this guy could have done in that situation is I think it's called the croqueta. So once he gets into a position right here with Rashford, he could have done the croqueta to go downwards and get the finesse shot angle. So that's basically holding L1 and then do a ball roll downwards, right? So he can get that angle for the finesse shot. He goes for the left foot strike first time. First time shots are very effective. Don't settle the ball, because settling the ball actually makes the shot less consistent until EA adds a patch where it actually makes more sense to settle the ball and then shoot it. But if you can shoot it first time, do the first time shot. Wide pass in the middle. Morata's making the run. No. Got a wide pass in the middle right there. So you're aggressive attacking, right? It looks like it can work, but you're aggressive attacking, you need to exploit the sides, right? Because this guy is controlling this guy in the middle, right? Will a wide pass have worked in that situation right there? Absolutely, because the angle of the pass would have been made so that Morata would have gotten the ball better than Socrates. But what you have to look at, right, is you need to settle this ball downwards and exploit that side. Look how far your players push to the side, right? You want to be able to pass that ball there. It makes the most sense, right? Okay, so you're aggressively pushing your fullback here, so you're going to keep this space empty.
Good work, really, to read the...
Pass it downwards to the bottom here and make your way upwards. This guy's overcommitting this guy in the left center back position. Pass this ball downwards, commit upwards.
Intention of the pass.
Skill moves is a waste of time in that situation.
Chance to put it in the box from here. Kovacic. Jorginho. Alvaro.
Don't shoot it right away, your angle's not good. And you actually scored it. See, that's the RNG part right there, is people getting those angles and getting those goals. The RNG works, man, so you got the goal. It's players right there, too. First time shot, yeah. It's weird that you score that with the player being right there. He's blocking it to the left side when you score. I think that dude's defensively, I let him down a little bit there. He should be more in the middle there. But he's not controlling him, so kind of deserved, actually. Wide pass in the middle. Aggressive center back defending. Jorginho has the ball now. There you go. Pass the ball downwards. Exploit the sides. Exploit the sides. Exploit the sides. You see this guy's making a run right now? Exploit the sides so you can see if you can make a pass in the middle.
Morata, Kovacic, Ross Barkley.
So this situation right here, once you got this angle, once you got that angle right there, this is a time finesse shot. So you have to hold R1, RB, B, and then time finesse. So you have to hit the ball right afterwards as well. You got the 45-degree angle or the close 45-degree angle, you got to hit that finesse shot right there. Near post corners, even a lot of people go for those because they're overpowered. Block the middle, block the top. Use this guy right here to block this area right here. Switch is too late there. That's good overcommitment to the middle, so you can block that general area. You get unlucky there with defensive blocks. That's very unlucky on your part. Shouldn't be doing that. Should definitely be receiving the ball. That was good defending by you.
Couldn't keep it, Marcus Alonso.
That's poor defending. Not really your fault. You're pressing B to tackle.
Lucas.
Block the bottom part.
Lucas.
Yeah, make sure you run so you occupy the left back position, because the left back's out of position, so he'll now occupy the space of Barkley. And then when you rotate back upwards, that's where Alonso's going to go.
Going forward well. That's a good idea.
That was a good switch there.
He has come to
Wide pass downwards. Pass it, see? Exploit the sides. You see how his fullback right here is overcoming with Serge Aurier? You want to pass it to your striker and then do a first-time pass downwards. You want to pass it to your striker, first-time pass downwards. Look at this situation right here. If you don't push the ball this much and you pass to Morata or the middle, you got to exploit this empty space that this guy has right now.
Chance to go at
Upwards.
the opposition with pace.
Downwards. Go upwards. Pass the ball.
Here. The shot's on.
Yeah, you got to pass the ball there. You have two players here, so you could have done like little tap touches. So with Morata, you pass it with a Y pass to him, right? And then Morata could have done a touch downwards, cut inside, or you could have done a little Y pass to Barkley right afterwards.
The defenders managed to get in the way there.
Don't overcommit your fullback. You see how your fullback's pushed out. Now you have the left back position to be worried about. That's the area he's going to exploit. Overcommitting with your center back, so now you have no defenders. So if he scores this, wouldn't be surprised. And his goalie saves it, so that's good. That was a really bad touch by his player right there. Pass it downwards. You keep passing it to the middle too much. You got to pass it more downwards so that your middle players can open up. You have aggressive attacking, right? You have players get into the box. Your players are on stay forward, getting behind, cut inside, right? So you have that aggressiveness working for you. You have to utilize the middle so that your players in the middle make those runs.
On the break now.
First time pass.
William.
Unlucky.
With Jorginho.
Passes to this guy right here, laid off to the bottom.
Shots on here. Well, he hit it well enough.
So you got to notice the runs you're making. Again, you have aggressive attacking. You have to play that style. You can't use the tactics and then not play the style. You know what I'm saying?
With Jorginho.
So once you make this pass downwards. This guy's making a run, Marcus Alonso. You get into a position, you cross the ball because that's what your tactics are set to, right?
Shots on here. Well, he hit it well enough. Yeah, maybe just a bit off balance.
You got to match the play style that your tactics are. It's very, very important.
Rashford.
Don't do a first time pass. Yeah, a lot of people make that mistake doing the first time pass there. You gotta hold the ball and then see what these guys do to push forward. You don't make the Y pass right away. You pass it backwards to make the Y pass to the other players. Because if you control this ball here with Hazard, right? This situation right here, if you control the ball, do an LBA pass or an L1A pass to the player over here, you can make a nice little simple Y pass because this guy's depth is really high. So you can really exploit the space.
It's a good way to nick the ball back. Quick thinking.
You're covering the fullback too much. You don't need to do that. The most important and vital position on the pitch is the middle. So you see how you have this huge blob of space? You need to cover that area. Don't use the center back. Aggressive defending work there, but it's not ideal to use a center back. Nice little wide pass to the top. See, aggressive attacking is working for you. Wide pass to the top.
And the counter-attack could be there.
Unlucky with Jorginho there.
Where we are, the counter-attack looked on, but they didn't see it down on the pitch.
This is a very open game. This guy can be easily exploited with his team.
Josh King, great ball. Opportunity now.
Has to get that near post angle.
King.
So your mistake right here was overcommitting to a side. You need to stay in the middle of him. And you don't want to press B in this situation either. Stay this general area right here. He has nothing to work with. If you let him cut inside, that's the problem.
Opportunity now. That was a good chance. Morata. Mateo Kovacic.
You keep going for the middle when you should be going for the sides.
Fred.
Wide pass in the middle, block with your center back. Overly committing center back. Open space for him. Easy goal. So over here,
Josh King.
over here, this guy needs to go for the near post finesse shot. Near post finesse shot, this is a goal 100%. Well, not 100% because the finishing is really bad. To be honest, he should be scoring this opportunity with a low driven if EA actually allowed it. 100% deserves to score. If he can do the low driven, that's why I hope they patch it to allow you to do in that situation. That should work. A finesse shot to the near post should work. A low finesse shot to the near post should work. In that situation, you overcommitted with your center back, so he deserves to score. So him not scoring this is something that competitive wise he should be scoring. Did he take the right shot? No, but the shooting is inconsistent, so you don't know what type of shot you really should have taken. Near post is what I would have done with that angle, but it's not always consistent, right? So you can see that he has no defenders, right? So he overcommits on the corners.
Excellent challenge.
So you have to exploit that as well, right? Now you pass to the middle and exploit the top.
Neatly intercepted.
Don't overcommit to that side. The middle is wide open now. You have to use your center back here.
He's had a go here.
Kepa does a good save for the long finesse shot. This guy's depth is lower now, so that's good because his formation is not going to allow him to defend properly with the midfielders. Pass it downwards. So you do, that's good that you use the mechanic of tapping B constantly so your player aggressively gets the ball. So that's good, man. In that situation, that's exactly what you do. Don't overcommit with your center mids. Don't overcommit with your center back ever. Because now look at that space he has to work with. He misses that run, but he could have made it for sure. To your winger, control the ball. Run forward. Over here, do the skill move with your right stick. With your right stick, flick it backwards, go up. Because you have the players making the run in the middle. Flick it right, go up. If you want to cross the ball, a 90-degree angle with his weak foot isn't going to be that great. You have to wait for everybody else to get into the box because he has no defenders. If you're going to play the crossing style, you have to wait for players to get into a better position. Because now you lost the opportunity on a play that should be resulting in a goal. Use your center back here. Overly commit, overly commit, overly commit. Now you stay right in the middle after that. Overly commit, and then right here you got to stay right in this general area. If he crosses the ball, your other center back needs to deal with it. That's the only chance you really have in this situation. Spam the pass. Pass it downwards. LBA pass to Hazard to make a run. LBA pass to Hazard to make a run with Alonso, so you can open up all this empty space over here. Don't commit to the middle. You keep committing to the middle. You got to commit to the sides more. You're using a 4-3-3. That's what you have to do. If you're playing a 4-1-2-2, then you pass to the middle. But if you're playing a 4-3-3, the ideal situation is to always pass to the sides and then make your way into the middle. The build-up is always on the sides for the wider formations.
This is an opportunity like this. You could be in serious trouble.
So this situation right here, don't be controlling nobody. So what you want to do is, with the wall, control the outfield player, take him out of the wall, get in behind the wall to be able to block a free kick normally and to block the free kick tactic. So take him out with your right stick. Position the goalie slightly to the bottom. Okay. When he's about to take the free kick, you got to slightly push it down, or you want to push it down right in the middle so that he doesn't have that space to work with.
Out of the second half. Out. He's got his shot off now.
First time those long shots, man. Morata long shot. No momentum on the ball either, right?
Isn't it? Intercepting.
Good tackle. Don't overly commit downwards. Your player's being blocked right there. Use your center mid. Beautiful. Pass it downwards. Never into the middle there. Never, never, never into the middle. Easy, easy counterattack goals right there.
Stop the game for the free kick.
Alright, so you're doing a formation change. Who did you put on? This guy plays like it's real football, eh? He puts on David Luiz for Christensen, so he gets the yellow card. That's funny. I've never seen people do that. They always keep the players.
For an already booked player. Trying to stretch the opposition using the wider areas.
Using Rashford here, passing it back to Aspilicueta.
That would be a throw.
You want to block the crossing lane, and now you have to be blocking the middle. So in this situation right here, make sure you're using your center mid to block that middle part right here. You get it over there with Aspilicueta, you got to switch now to this guy right here, block this area right here. Then he overly commits, right? Allows him to get the cross in.
Any danger to the goal has gone with that clearance.
Wide pass upwards, first time pass downwards. Exploit the sides, exploit the sides, exploit the sides, yes. Go inside, yeah, now you can cross it. And that would have been ridiculous. A volley, like I said, guys, volleys when the ball's in the air, very, very effective. So you see right here, if he's going to play the crossing game, he has to... It's not as the players commit forward. So you can see right here, it's not that part you want to cross to. It's that part you want to cross to. You have to settle the ball a little bit. Settle the ball right there. Right here, what you could do too is you could do a heel-to-heel flick. So right stick flick forward, right stick flick back. He flicks the ball forward. This guy has no idea what's coming to him. You can go inside. You have 3 players you can make the pass to. So putting high tactics or aggressive tactics for your attacking when you're using the 4-3-3, it's not always ideal to cross the ball, right?
And the keeper's got to it with his fingertips. It's over the bar. And that will be a corner.
Near post corners, really effective.
And back into the penalty area. Gay.
Block the center mid area. Your fullback overcommits, maybe because you're second man pressing. I'm not entirely too sure. Fullbacks do overcommit in this game, so I'm not sure if that was you doing it or not. But you see, that's the area he can exploit now. This situation right here, switch to your David Luiz to block the cross.
Well, it was a bit desperate, but what a good challenge.
That's overly committing. You don't have physical presence to win that. If you have like the legends and stuff that has the height and all that, then you can win those, but it's not good to overly commit in that situation because you don't have a physical presence on the sides.
He could cross it now. You could see the goalkeeper. The ball is his, and he's made sure he's protected it.
Overly committing.
Made sure he's protected it. And it's going to be a throw here. Aurier.
Overly committing fullback works out though. Touch the ball downwards. Now exploit this middle side right here. Cut back outside. That guy overly commits. You have the angle to finesse shot it. You can't do the finesse shot while you're running. You have crossing tactics, so you gotta push. Even though this guy comes here, you gotta push this ball upwards. So because you're still running, your player's not going to settle a good finesse shot, and you're not using time finesses. Time finesses is very vital to use for the long range finesse shots. Don't overly commit. See that huge blob of space? That's why I recommend using the false 9 with the CDM. Overly committing on the attack, no need to do that. You gotta be slower there. Use your CDM, use your CDM. Good clearance. Overly committing on the passes when you have open space. Don't rush the passes, man. You rush the passes too much. You gotta relax a little bit. First time pass downwards, LBA, so that Hazard makes the run. LBA. That's using the right stick too much.
Now Marcus Rashford.
David Luiz downwards, yeah. Downwards again. First time pass upwards. Y pass downwards, yeah.
Here's Willian.
Do a fake shot stop here. A regular fake shot stop. So just slide your thumb from B to A or circle to X. Fake shot stop will stop the ball in the direction of the opposition goalkeeper. This guy is going to overcommit in that direction. So if you do a fake shot stop instead of stopping the ball that way, your player can make an easy pass upwards or a Y pass. So you can see that's the space that your player wants to exploit now. Pass the ball upwards again, yeah. Go inside. First time shot. Unlucky.
Yeah, he's got to take a lot of credit for that because you give the ball away as a keeper, it normally leads to a dangerous situation. That's the nature of the job, and he just about got away with it. Into the middle.
Okay, so crossing near post here.
Get the next goal. Yeah, you do wonder whether they'll look back on that chance at the end.
So your players, when they're aggressively pushing forward, you don't have much options at the top. So touching the ball downwards forward is not ideal. When you make this pass here, you shouldn't be doing a first time pass there because you don't really have much options in the forward line to do first time passes, so it's easier for the opposition to get the ball, right? So you have to analyze where your players are on the pitch as you're attacking, right? Although you have aggressive attacking, your aggressive attacking only works when you do slow build up and then you aggressively attack, right? It's very, very important. Passes to the goalkeeper.
With real gusto a moment or two ago, but it rather left them dismayed in the end.
Overly aggressive. You have all this space to work with in this area at the bottom right here. Once you get this touch off with this Filiqueta, you got to run with the ball a little bit here. You could do a first time, you could do a driven pass to Morata, exploit the sides. So what you should be doing, right, since your Morata is set up in a false 9, is you should be aiming for the pass to Morata as a striker, and then you should be exploiting the sides from that pass. So you want to get a striker that is good at dribbling and pretty decent at passing, so you can actually be able to do that most of the times. Pass this ball downwards and then do the wide pass upwards. You missed the side, so now you lost the opportunity. So over here, when you make the LBA pass to the winger, you never pass it right away with your center mid because you want your center mid to commit forward too. So if you get this ball here and you pass the ball to your center mid, you make the pass to your striker so that your center mid is in a better position when you make that pass. So once you pass this ball to your striker, you do a first time wide pass upwards. You've already lost all that space. Good defending, pass the wide pass downwards, first time cross. Unlucky, he's offside. Is he offside? He is offside.
Left on the clock.
Touch the ball downwards.
Well defended, not just getting across.
Aggressively press B there, or circle to tackle.
Whipped in from the wide area.
Control the ball.
That was a good crossing position.
That should be a foul. Pass the ball upwards.
Good hands, but it would have been a surprise if he dropped.
LBA pass to the winger. First time pass. Y pass downwards. Commit forward, use the right stick to push the ball forward. Good finishing there. You got the angle, you went for the finesse shot. That's usually the way you gotta score. You took a little bit too long though. You can't take too long like this. In the higher divisions, you never get away with this. I don't know why this guy never switched to a center. Look, he doesn't. I don't even think he's playing anymore. Look at his player. His player just slows down. He's like, yeah, I give up. He's not even switching to the center back. That's pretty funny.
Rashford. He loves these situations, Rashford. Off he goes. Oh, the attacker's done well, beating his man.
Let's see how he did the skill there.
Oh, the attacker's done well, beating his man. Done well, beating his man.
Yeah, so your player should be 100% getting the ball there. I don't blame you for that. That's a good tackle to make in that situation. That's a good tackle to make in that situation. You get unlucky with the penalty shot. If you weren't controlling your player, he actually gets his ball. So when you're defending against penalties, just slightly move your goalkeeper to the left or slightly move it to the right so that he can block the middle and the right, but sometimes they don't block the middle. Good save. Yeah, you do first time passes too much. You aggressively push forward when you don't need to.
Swung in from the corner. Cleared away by the defender.
Wide pass.
This could be a chance.
Skill move inside. Yeah, skill move inside, man. You gotta go for that inside finesse. Regular shot there won't do much for you. 3 minutes left. Not 3-0. Just go for the near post corner here. There you go. Almost scores it. Okay, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so your problem was aggressively attacking too much. You pass the ball when you shouldn't. You need to wait for your players to make certain runs to aggressively attack. So although you have an aggressive tactic build-up, you need to be more conservative in the beginning, and then in the middle and the end, that's when you overly commit. Your center mids, you overly commit sometimes. You need to be blocking that middle more because that's the area people want to exploit the most. Because when your fullbacks push out of position, you need to be able to block those positions, right? Other than that, that's pretty much it for this video for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. That's the analysis for a lower tier gameplay. Those are the things you should be doing if you are using those types of formations and tactics. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you guys enjoyed it, please drop a thumbs up on it. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.